Ahoy, ahoy, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, welcome, and hope you stick around and check out my other videos, past and present and future. And this is part of a series where I take a look at the Paul McCartney Archive Collection CDs, the 2-disc editions, mostly the ones that I've got. And today we're going to take a look at Tug of War. This is one of Paul's 1980s albums that was released, reissued together with Pipes of Peace back in 2019. And before we take a look at that, when I purchased this, it was actually a part of a tote bag box that kind of, yeah, I got it like that. The guy who sold it to me didn't mention the condition, and wasn't exactly the most communicative person when, when I tried to get compensation for the damage. I just don't like being lied to. But anyway, the package, the CD is housed in the package. It doesn't have a protective sleeve or anything. It's just this, which means it might, if you put it in a stack, it will get damaged. So it comes with a tote bag. The one I have, and I've been on the fence whether or not to use it. I do think it's designed to carry a record. I mean it should be about 12 inches. It's 15 inches by 15 by 14 and some change. So yeah, I think it's designed to carry vinyl records. And yeah, that's the iconography of the album Tug of War. Maybe I will use this, but I don't buy records anyway, so I don't know. Maybe I will, but yeah, let's put this aside for now. There's nothing surprising in the box. It's just the only difference is that, well, no, actually there is no difference. It's just the same design as the back. So we'll set that aside. And I kind of had to do some mojo. Well, actually just steamed the cover a little bit, because when I got this, it's still bent, but it was more pronounced when I first got this. Fortunately, the discs are not damaged, so that's good. So we're gonna take a look at it. So that's the front. I think the vinyl release has the same design right there, and so is the back. Obviously, you don't get the bonus audio disc on the vinyl, but yeah, lots of good stuff here. One of my favorites, Wanderlust, is in this album. So here you go, and then of course it closes with Ebony and Ivory, and there is an Ebony and Ivory version, I believe, that's just solo Paul. There it is, just Paul McCartney all the way. And yeah, it's great. And here's the gatefold. One of my pet peeves about this design is that they could have made this, they could have had an underprint here that sort of just completes the photo, but I don't know why they didn't. It's probably because you'd have to open this and then it's not continuous. So this is the hype sticker right there. On the description I have a link on how to save your hype stickers like this. Thing is, you can still use it. It's not stuck on paper. If I wanted to stick it on something else, I could, and of course that lets me dispose of the shrink wrap properly, give it to the recyclers, and eco-friendly and all that. So the disc, like the rest of the most of the other archive collections, they have this matte and glossy parts of the disc face, right? So when you put it in the, okay, so this is loose, but when you put it there, it kind of just sort of like what you get when you with the traditional vinyl with a punched hole in the center. And the rice paper sleeves are not part of the packaging. I have a sort of supply of them. This album is produced by George Martin and has some contributions from Denny Lane. he of Wings fame. And you know what I don't like about these coated paper that they use in the interiors of this is you get these spots, because when it gets folded, the parts of the ink or the coating gets, it cracks, and then you get these powdery things that I don't even bother removing anymore. But here it is, and track listing. Carl Perkins right there. This photo was used as I forgot which single, but there was a single that has that as the front cover. Nice beach house right there. Stevie Wonder, man. And of course, there we go. The Gang with George Martin in the 80s. Of course, credits. One thing, it says here that it's remixed in 2015. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the reason why they didn't remaster the original was that this was mastered digitally, or whatever passes for digitally at the time, and they didn't have high resolution audio as they do now. So they didn't have. I would assume that they didn't have tape masters of it. So the next best thing would just be to remix and then come up with a high resolution master. So if you have, I'm not sure. I think the other earlier CD editions of this, like the Paul McCartney collection, had the old master. So if you're into keeping every unique mix of the album, you might want to score that, at least that album. That's could be different. I haven't actually listened to that version of the album. It's always just been this one, aside from the singles. Yeah. Well, that's it for this video. Just hang around. I'll have a lot more in the future. In the meantime, be good.